For all your mobile bartending needs, both public and private, reach out to Drinks Galore. They provide a wide range of package deals available on their website, drinksgalore.com. Book Drinks Galore. Cheers and enjoy. Tap in with Backk Creative Productions, a Black-owned media company focused at creating original and captivating media. From commercials to photo shoots to publications, we have all the tools that you need to build your business up. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Backk Creative Productions to see all of the latest drops. Backk Creative Productions, we are media. What's up, everybody? Robin checking in. Whoop, 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 whoop. What's up, y'all? We back in the Purple Room waiting on another episode of Pillow Talk Podcast. Super excited to have my guest in the building. Hold on, it's a comment already? Hold on. Des! Yes! Shout out to Nio Des, super dope artist out in San Antonio, Texas. Always showing mad love, Des. I appreciate you. Make sure that y'all share this video and tune in. So I'm excited, you guys. We definitely got another guest in the building, bringing that Chicago vibe, that music to us. We got Chicago hip-hop artist Reck Mcgee in the building. Yes.
How you doing?
Yes, what's up? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. So yeah, thank you for sliding on Pillow Talk Podcast. Definitely appreciate you for coming on. Now, for those that don't know, Reck Mcgee, you are an artist from the Chicagoland area, hip hop, rap artist, if you will. So you from the West Side, I see.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now why is the West Side the best side?
I got a couple reasons. Number one, if you ever really think about it, anything that's like shot inside Chicago, where is it really mainly shot at?
I mean, sometimes downtown be in there too now. What you mean now?
Sometimes, but most of the time, I mean the Chi, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire. I keep going. Everything is shot out west. Everything is shot out west. If you want, we basically, if you want to be technical, we started the music scene with Twista back in the '88. The Black Panther Party headquarters and all that was out west. We got Fred Hampton House out west. My neighborhood, actually, if you want to be technical, it's Peach right there now. My neighborhood, and there's some Walgreens where their headquarters at. Man, I can just keep going. Everything like
look, I ain't mad at you.
United Center, man. Like
he said, the West Side is the best side, y'all. I don't understand why there's even a debate. You know, you gotta ask, okay? When you're from the city, everybody want to know why the West Side is the best side. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Now, I read a little bit of your bio. You know, I had to check out the Spotify profile, and I see that you got your name from just being reckless. Okay, I need to know, what was some of the reckless shit you was doing? Okay, what was like one reckless thing that you was doing?
You said one?
You said one. We gotta limit it. You gotta limit it.
I'd say the most reckless thing. I don't know. It's between me sticking a sponge in my nose and me locking myself in the trunk. I don't know which one was more reckless.
Oh my God, y'all. He said he locked himself in the trunk. Wait, what the hell was you doing playing in the trunk?
I remember this like it was yesterday. My mom and them was like, they said, "You remember the other time you locked yourself in the car?" I said, "I locked myself in the car." She said, "Yeah, you was trapped yourself at the seat, man, yada yada." So no, basically what happened was, um, I think it was cold out, and my grandma must have been taking me to go to the dentist. I was like 5 years old. Grandma was taking me to go to the dentist and everything, and I'm in the so my mama had a 1975 Pontiac Sunfire. I don't know if a lot of people don't know what that is, but
Mhm.
like I was 5 years old, so it was kind of fairly kind of new when she first bought it and everything. She had it when I was first born. So
Okay.
what happened was, you know how you inside the car you can just open up from the trunk inside.
Oh,
So
like the seat thing that you can pull and go
yeah, so
through.
you just pull it. So I must have got in there. I tried to like hold it at least a little bit because I'm like, oh, my grandma's not gonna notice that I'm gone. Everything. I'm gonna make a joke like pretending like I'm lost and everything. I did not know how important that was for a lost child. So I was actually being kind of like not, being a kid. And then next thing you notice, I must have flipped up and had an itch. And then boom, the trunk closed on. Ah, snap. Ah, I tried to get out. So somebody had to bust the back, like, okay, it's like, how like, okay, this is the back window. You got the little line right here, you got this window and that window. So somebody had to bust the back window to just to dig their hand and open it. I'm like,
Damn.
I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, I know what I did wasn't the smartest thing to do, but grandma, why is the condos locked? And you right there. If there's another
Don't
way
try to
to, but
blame grandma.
I'm not trying to blame her, but I take 90% of the fault. But that other percentage, like, I never locked the doors. Why are the doors locked? She said, I want you to keep you in
I
the car
am
so you can stay
dead.
warm. You was a kid. I want you to keep you in the car, stay warm. I understand that, but you locked me inside yourself like I was a prisoner. So it's like, so basically, you bust the window that you didn't have to bust if you just never would lock the door. So
Damn. Womp y'all. Womp y'all. Womp y'all. No, that's crazy though. That's crazy. Reckless McGee. Okay. Definitely a name for sure. I love that name. I had to see what the recklessness was about. So I also see too that you
in my
was an
lyrics too.
athlete,
And it's in my
huh?
lyrics too. The reckless
Oh,
stuff in my
and your
lyrics too
lyrics
is
a little
reckless.
reckless.
Yeah.
But I also see too that you are an athlete. So, I got to know a little bit about you before we get to the music. Like, you went to Indiana State, I see, or you had a scholarship to Indiana State?
I had a scholarship to Indiana State. I ran track at Indiana State, but at first my main sport was football. But something happened like my senior year where the coach got fired and he ended up taking all our tapes. So I couldn't even get in.
Nerds.
Yeah, it's like he got mad for his mess up and he took all our tapes and everything. Like that was like my one of my best years. One of my best years. I can't even tell you which one was my best year.
Hmm.
But so I end up like, man, just okay. I either was gonna get I was gonna get a scholarship regardless either for track or football because I was good at both. We're very good at both. But track, of
Nice.
course, offered the most money and everything because I end up like doing summer track and I started being ranked for national and start, getting more buzz towards my way. So I
Yeah.
start and then it's even more crazy that I ended up going to school for track and getting a scholarship for track because I didn't start running track until not freshman year of high school.
Wow.
I didn't expect me to be that good. My daddy kept saying you was gonna be good at track, you're gonna love tracks, and your grandma did it, I did it. He said yada yada yada. And then when it came down to it, I didn't know I was gonna be that good.
What was your specialty? Isn't there like 100 meter dash or like stuff like that or something? What was your like specialty?
In high school, it was the 1 and 2, and in college, it was the 400.
Okay, 400 sound hard.
It's hard. It's only hard if you don't know the technique. So
Okay.
track is basically track. Yes, it comes with a lot of talent, but it's like it's a lot of technique and it's a mental game.
Okay.
So
Okay. No, I like that though. I think that's real dope that are also doing that as well. In addition to the music, I think that's super dope. So
I
I don't
I
know.
I didn't want to go to college to do sports in general. I always wanted to do music, but it's like my
Okay.
mom wanted me. My mom and my daddy was like begging me, like, man, yeah, you need to go to college. Yeah, we really want you to go to college. So I just followed in their paths and just listened to them and just did it. And I had the
Mm,
best two. I had the best 2 years of my life. I met some great friends. I met some great people and everything when I was there. So it was
mm,
actually like it was a win-win for me, kind of.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I see that. I
So
see that. Yeah, but you said in high school you was actually making music. You recorded, in your high school, like your first song. Okay, so
yeah.
you've been in the mix. You've been in the mix. What was it for you in high school that led you to really be like, you know what? I'm gonna record my song. I'm gonna just do it.
I finally had somebody that could do it. Finally found somebody that could do it.
Okay.
Like my friend Jamal, he did have a studio set up in his crib and everything, but it was like a little mic and everything, like the regular desktops and everything. Then we had the regular mic. This like what
Yeah.
2011, so it really wasn't that advanced like it is now, and we just use what we can and everything.
Yeah.
And then I ended up meeting this guy named Miguel, which I can say I appreciate him the most out of my journey of all my years of doing music, writing music, whatever, constructing, all that, because he the reason why who I am as an artist today. He pushed me so hard every
Mm.
single time. It's like I'm thinking this guy like thought I sucked. No, he knew I had the potential to actually go that far, and I just had to sit back and think about that. Like, man, like he pushed me because he saw the potential. So I'll say freshman year, like a full actual recorded song, uh not that good mixing, I say like was at my high school studio, because he was real connected with them. And I didn't know they had a studio there, and he was real connected with them, and he just recorded me. I did my first song and everything, and it actually got a lot. It actually, thinking back on it, the song sucked, but it sucked so bad. But people in this, like certain people in the school was liking it. A lot of freshmen liked it, like
See.
because I was a freshman. So it was like this song sucks so bad, but it sucks so bad. But like coming from, well, like actually growing from it, he actually
Yeah.
pushed me every single time. Every single time. It's like, well, I see him on weekends at his house, or we'll record there, either or. So like, yeah, I always been in the mix and everything. I wanted to make sure I stay sharp. Even when I was in college doing track, I still did music. I was going to like talent shows
Nice.
and everything, still performing. I still got videos of that and everything. So it's like I still make sure I stayed in the mix of music. So even when I'm done, because I didn't look at myself going to the Olympics, but everybody else saw me going to the Olympics. But I'm like, but this is
Mm.
not what I want to do. It's like I'm not gonna do
Mhm.
something I don't want to do. That makes me unhappy. So
Mm.
I always been in the mix.
Yeah. Okay. But and kudos to that, because I love how you said that. I think a lot of people get persuaded to do stuff just because other people want them to do it. So I'm happy that you said you're gonna still do it despite what other people say. You stuck with that shit. That's what's up.
Yeah, a lot of people be trying to be like, oh yeah, this is life. This what you got to do. Gotta get a job. Gotta get GED and all this and that. When in reality, even before Kanye West said it, I always thought about it like, man, um, what can college do for me in my career
Mm.
and what I want to do? It's like I ain't saying nobody should go to college. Like I'm very supportive of anybody who want to go to college, but if you're gonna go to college, at least have a reason to go. But if you got
Facts.
a plan outside of that, just do that, and then have a plan B and a plan C. Don't just go to college and waste all your money, especially if you don't got no scholarships and everything, because the money is very large at any college. It doesn't matter, even a community. So
Facts.
I I tell people like actually think about what you want to do, make a plan, and make them steps. Because a lot like I went to college and I just like, man, I didn't even know what major I want to do. Like I already knew about business because of my mom and my father. So it's like I learned everything from them. Like why am I paying to go to learn business somewhere when I got these two people right here? My mom is a property manager. She knows a lot about business. You got my father. He's a graduate from U of I. He has his bachelor's. He's an alpha and he's an appraiser.
Mm.
And he also owns multiple businesses. Like my daddy side of the family, it's real heavy on business. So it's like I really didn't have to go to college for that. Then you got
Mhm.
physical education. So I just used to look at it like, man, I'm like, man, all this stuff I really want to do, I can learn from them. So basically, y'all wasting my money
Mm.
if you ask me just to do it. I said so. And then Bill Gates didn't finish college, did he? No. Like
Mm.
Zach, well, what's his name? Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg. He didn't
Zuckerberg.
finish. He didn't finish college. Steve Jobs didn't finish. A lot of billionaires did not finish college. So like that made me think to my head, like, man, I really didn't have to go to college. So I won't. You feel me? Unless it's something
Mm.
there that actually I have to get this degree for. Like
Right.
my sister on my dad's side, she went to college, yes, because she had to, because she wanted to be an entertainment lawyer. So she
Okay.
had to go to John Marshall and everything. Me personally, I just wanted to do music. I didn't know no instruments, but I was very good at writing. I was very good at producing and all that. But I just never could find a school that can help me with that until they told me later on, like Columbia College. And I'm like, man, y'all told me later about Columbia College, about Tribeca College. Like I wish I
Mm.
would have known this earlier. I probably would have just went to where I wanted to go because I never really wanted to do any of that. I just stuck to it because okay, let's go to an State college.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I tell everybody, if you want to do college, at least know why you want to go to college. Don't just go just to be going, because there's a lot of cons behind college. A lot of them.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with that 100%. I did go to college personally, and I went because I had a passion in mind. I went to school for this. So broadcasting is what I went to school for. So I feel you on that. If you don't know what the hell you're going to college for, why is you going? So like you're definitely wasting your time and resources. So you made some good points with that for sure. I rock with that. I definitely do. Now getting into the music, you said 15, you're recording, one of your first singles in school. What were you writing about at 15? What type of songs were you putting into fruition at 15 years old?
Um, Before I found myself, because I got a lot. Even when I was 15 years old, I had a big story. Before I was 15 years old, I had a story. So I like a very big story. So I wasn't before I found myself. I wasn't writing about none of that. So
Mm,
at that time, that's when we was writing about. We was basically trying to write about stuff that we didn't have. Number one, and then that's when the bop music started coming about, started
facts,
being
facts.
created.
Mhm.
Because around that time, like a lot of people don't know, like in my opinion, and this is just generally my opinion, uh, bop was created by my high school. I'm not even gonna. This is just generally my opinion because I went to North Lawndale in the neighborhood of Sicko Mob. I don't know if a lot of people remember them, Sicko Mob.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, well, the duo,
so
well, this year, so yeah.
yeah, the little duo. Yeah, so it's like they was that like Sicko Mob was like real big, and then next you start hearing everybody else making bop music. So it's like Sicko Mob really was one of the originators, and it's like we started it, now everybody else started doing it, and then we used to have parties, and then D-Lo used to always come to our parties every single time over there on Laramie and everything with the Team Fiesta and everything. So it's like we tried to like fit into a wave at that time. So basically, I was
Okay.
talking about and doing what they was doing, and I'm over here trying to get these little Fendi belts, keep up with them high. You feel me? Like all this
Mhm.
little designer stuff and everything. So basically, that's
Mhm.
why I was talking about something I didn't have and something I was trying to have, and also just whatever was going on about music. Like man, this might sound right. This might sound right. This might sound right. And in reality, I felt like still it sucked. It had some bars there, but it had no confidence enough for people to be like, "Oh yeah, this guy's real."
Nice. Okay. I mean, but that's a part of your artistry. That's a part of the journey, obviously. Figuring out, what you want to sound like, what type of music you want to put out. So as you progressed in your artistry, what was it for you that kind of helped you solidify your sound?
It took me some years. So like I'm 26 now, so it took me 11 years to find 10 to 11 years to
Woo!
figure it out.
Damn.
Because it's like I have because one thing about me, I hate sounding the same. I hate the same sound over and over and over and over and over again. So like if I'm bored with that sound, I don't want to do it. And I know how to like tap into like different pockets of a genre and different genres and everything.
Nice.
So what I used to do is I used to be like, okay, how can I so over them years before I created my sound, I used to be like, how can I make an album as good as Illmatic? How can I make an album as good as Ready to Die or Good Kid, Mad City or Forest Hill Drive or any Wale song or any Wale album? You feel me? Or any Jay Z album? Like that was my goal at that time. But and then I end up having to figure out and realize like all these guys got their own sound and they telling their story about where they came from or what they saw or what they know. So that's when I end up coming up with my own style, like what's missing in hip hop or what sound is missing in hip hop, like what's going on in hip hop. Because hip hop is literally like the number one genre being used right about now in every single
Right.
other genre now. So like, what can I do to be different for everybody to like, oh man, who is this guy? Like, what's my image? Like, who am I as a person?
Mhm.
So it took me a while to actually find my sound, but I was working on the sound that I did drop that I am pushing now. I was working on it for like 3 years. So I finally like, okay, this actually can be the sound that can be me because nobody's using it.
Okay, nice. I like
So
that. I definitely like that. Yeah, I like that. And it takes time. It takes time to figure out what works for you and shit. So I get that for sure. Now, are there like any main artists that you feel really kind of helped influence your sound, specifically from Chicago or if anywhere, really, some that just really influenced that?
um my favorite rapper and artist, well, two of them, I put them. I feel like nobody's better than them, and that's Chris Brown and Kanye West because
I'm
them
Team Breezy
two.
on that.
Oh, for sure, man. Don't get me started right now. That's another conversation. But them two, they was always themselves. Like they didn't care about who liked them and who did. And it's like when they used to come up with their sound, they used to come up with their sound from the heart. And then they used to show the growth of their self in their music, also in their personal lives, in their music. So when I used to watch, like that's why I like when I just watched the Kanye West documentary, I knew 90% of that already. 'Cause I used to always watch the documentaries. I study Kanye West and I study on Chris Brown and everything, and they really helped me a lot because it's like they are so versatile with their styles, and it's like a movie when you watching them make their albums. It's like this album is gonna be completely different from the next album.
Facts.
So every single one, like it'll probably be the same sound like the first three albums, of course. Because they still trying to like, oh, this is my sound. But it never was like exactly the same. Like you feel me? Like exactly the same as the last album. It's like College Dropout is similar to Late Registration, but it's not exactly like it.
Right.
Like Chris Brown is like exclusive, but it's not exactly like it because like they're showing their growth.
Facts.
That's why Kanye West made, like, if anybody paid attention to the first three albums, College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, all college references, all college. Then he went completely 360 after everybody knew who he was. And then they showed me how to make, and then I'm real good at making like anthems, what they good at making anthems, catchy hooks. Because I always knew how to write. I was always good at metaphors and everything and similes, and like I was real big into poetry, so I knew my different structures and everything. So
nice.
I started seeing how they was incorporating it. So I'm like, okay, now I know how to incorporate myself. How can I do this for myself? Which I would start doing. And I started putting in everything that I know that I grew up around. Like I know a lot about TVs and movies. So all my favorites I put into that music and everything. I know a lot about like different sounds and everything, like electric guitars, bass guitars. Like I know all that and everything. I know about different samples. I know about different music, different genres. And I'm like, how can I make this a collective? And that's what I did. And I basically them the two that just influenced me the most. And then like when I hear a new artist, it's like, okay, I can learn something from me, but I don't like them like that. And I learned that from 50 Cent. He said, even if you don't like the artist, you still can learn something from him. And that's what I was doing.
Yeah, what? Reck is he is dropping the gems, okay?
Thank you.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the gems that you're dropping right now. No, for sure. I'm Team Breezy all fucking day. Just want to let that be known. I also love Kanye, but I love Chris Brown. Like his journey in music, he's iconic to me. So I always love when I see other people, you know, that grew up in that time reference to him, you know, as a great artist, because he is. The man is a genius. Like, come on.
Like I think a lot of people don't understand. Like I be telling people, I say, who y'all knows enough? I say, you can't name one person that's the number one R&B candidate right about now, and it's got to be Chris Brown.
It is.
That's the last word. I think when people say, oh, I don't think Chris Brown's all that, I'd be looking at him like, bro, it's like if you like R&B, it's like it's crazy because I'm looking like
exactly.
He's the last remaining R&B guy. Like nobody else is dancing anymore.
You right.
He's the last guy. He's the last guy. It's like even what's his name? Giveon is not dancing. Blast is not dancing. They can barely even stand up and do their set.
Okay, they can't breathe. They got to work on the breathing control.
Exactly.
Okay.
Chris Brown got like 4 kids. 4 kids. He went through this, went through that, and he's still doing flips like he a Power Ranger.
Still doing flips.
So I'm like, bro, I was like, y'all can't say he's not the closest thing to Michael Jackson. Y'all cannot say that. Michael Jackson went what? 50 years, 50, 60, 70 years, still with the same dancing energy. You feel me?
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, man, like, nah, bro. It's like, y'all can't never underestimate Breezy, especially y'all can't underestimate his work ethic. Y'all can't underestimate any of that about Chris Brown.
None of that.
Because at the end of the day, your favorite artist is not better than him. And I know that for a fact.
You know, and we're going to applaud that again.
We talk about features and all that.
Stop playing with my boy. No, I absolutely.
Because people make me mad when they say he can't go up against Usher. How come he can't? How come he can't?
Now, as far as that goes, as far as discography, that's another discussion. But I still feel like Chris Brown is a legend. He's definitely better than 90% of artists that's out, like for sure.
He is. And then he still got that voice. He's just more grown now.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Man, okay, we locked in. I'll rock with that. Now let's get into some of the music. Definitely want to make sure that the Pillow Talk Nation gets to hear some of your stuff. So you do have a new visual to Death Do Us Part that's out right now, a new single. I wanted to show the video, y'all. It's so fucking raw. The shit's raw, my nigga. I just want you to know the visual raw as hell. You really did your shit with
Thank you.
that. I really
Thank you.
love that. So what was kind of like the idea behind the visual before we play some of the song?
The idea behind it is that's the I gotta tell you a little bit about the background, a little bit
Yeah,
first.
let me know. Let me know.
So basically, To Death Do Us Part is basically the intro to my tape. And Reck and Roxy is basically like I said, I came with my own style talking about generational wealth and like how to do everything with your partner and everything. And To Death Do Us Part is basically like the intro of that tape telling about our wedding, our reception, how they went. It basically is introducing who Reck and Roxy is. That's basically what it's doing. Like black
Okay, I
love.
like that.
Any love, but like, black love mainly,
Black love. You can't go wrong with that. That's beautiful. I just love the way that sounds.
Thank you. So
So I do
when you
want to
see it,
play.
like, so when you see it, it's like it's
It
a whole other
is.
vibe. And
I
I wrote
love
the
it.
script and
I
everything.
definitely love it. Oh, you wrote the script as well?
I got all that together. Even I think that's why a lot of video men like me said, man, you come with your own script, you know what to do. I said, yeah, just follow the script. I said, I'm gonna tell you what angles to do and what to shot because I'm real big into theater and musicals, so it's like it's easy to write a music video. That's easy.
Nice.
That's what I learned in high school too.
I love that. That's raw. And you're right. That makes it way easier to just execute the shit when you already come prepared with what you want to do. No questions asked.
Oh, for sure.
So I do want to play some of the tracks since I wasn't able to get the video, but I definitely want to play, just some of the intro for y'all to listen to that real quick.
Turn up, Reck! You and me, and it's me and you. I got my 45, you got your 22. To death do us part, I'm gonna ride for you. To death do us part, I'm gonna shoot for you. Yeah, you and me, and it's me and you. I got my 45, you got your 22. To death do us part, I'm gonna ride for you. To death do us part, I'm gonna shoot for you. We would never marry, but we said our vow. We may be moving silent, but steady rolling loud. We is our own family to make each other proud. The hottest in the city, so we don't need a crowd. You gonna go, so bodies gonna drop. And bitches feeling froggy, your fingers gonna hot. They think they gonna rob, better find another job. They think shit gonna fly, but really getting swat. Now, snatch their head and take their bread, 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 snatch their reload. With me, and it's me and you. I got my 45, you got your 22. To death do us part, I'm gonna ride for you. To death do us part, I'm gonna shoot for you. Yeah, you and me.
Okay, we like the vibes. We like the vibes for sure. The cover art is fire as well. I love that cover art on there too. That's super fire. So let's get into more of you said the Reck and Roxy album. Okay. So what's the feel with that? What's the vibe with that? Why did you want to collab and do a Reck and Roxy album?
I gotta cross my legs for this one. So yeah, my thing is like I said, it took me a minute to find my style. You hear me? So I had to find out what I like and what I don't like. I had to explore some more, do more writing and everything. So what I realized, like out of all the genres, I really like rock and roll. I had to like really figure that out. Funk and rock and roll. Alternative, heavy metal, a little bit in that because I like sounds. I like sounds. Like that's what Kanye West was real big on. Like if you hit a whole graduation, them sounds are like hidden. You just like, man, damn. Like you like, I don't want to hear licks no more. You just up at the man, it makes it stronger. So it's like, so I said, okay, put this rock sound up in and everything, and then it's like, and I love R&B, real big on R&B, real big on R&B, real big. Sure. It's like I go from 60s all the way down. So
facts.
So basically I came up with the bubble one day. What is R&B missing? And then I said to myself, R&B is missing the turn side of it. It's like relationships don't got no happy side, like no turn side to it or something. Like, come on now. It's like you talking about love, cheating, getting you feel love, you cheating on somebody, you liking somebody, you dreaming of, you get all this. But when I go into the club now, you see all these couples, but they don't have no music to recite to each other. So that's why I came up. So that's why I came up with, and I also looked at how can I make a difference in my music too. It's like I can rap, I can make good songs, I can make something catchy, I can get people, I can grab people's attention. As you see, like you say, you see it on my page, you see certain things that I do. So I grab people's attention. I said, since I grab people's attention, what can I talk about? What can I be different? So I end up, okay, let me fuse rock and put some rap into it. But when anybody hears it, like I can't even think of a genre. Me personally, I call it rock drill.
Okay.
I call it rock drill. Like it's something that is rock and roll, but it's drill too. And then one thing I hate, like not to sound racist or anything, you feel me? But you hear this a lot and everything. Oh yeah, that's white music. Y'all know black people created rock and roll, right?
And you absolutely right. You absolutely right. Black people created it.
I said basically music in general, we created that.
Absolutely.
Blues, funk, rhythm and blues, all that black people created that. So I don't feel it's wrong for me just to go back into my African American roots and pick up where Chuck Berry left off and put a little Chief Keef into it, because that's what I grew up around. I grew up in the drill era. That's my era. Like everybody else grew up in this, you feel me, in like the big T-shirt Nelly era. I grew up in the drill era. I don't got no problem with drill. That's Chicago. Like that's why I was raised. That's exactly how we was raised. So I ended up putting rock and drill together, and then they say it's a little bit of pop in there. So my man just called it alternative music, because they said we can't really put it in one genre because it's like it's so many sounds, and it's like, but it works. So when I came up with it, I came up with Reck Roxy. I'm like, okay, what can I really want to talk about? It's like, okay, let's talk about how these couples are in the club and they don't have nothing to rap to. They can just rap to a song like "fuck this bitch, fuck this nigga, I get hoes" and all this and that. But they ain't talk about, man, it's me and my baby, we out here shooting these niggas, we out here getting this motherfucking money and shit. Because at the end of the day, G, your most loyal person is your partner. Not 9 out of 10 is not your friend. Even though your partner can snake you too, but I got more loyalty towards my partner than another person. So I put that together, and then I also like, okay. And then I had a Mustang. I had a chopper gray Mustang and everything. And in the day it would be gray, very dark gray, but at night it'd be black, and the insides was red. And the girl that's sitting there, my homie Niamani, I really appreciate her for doing that cover art for me, that photo shoot for me and everything. It was my homie since high school. You feel me? We locked in. That's my homie, like real life, my dog. And I couldn't think of a name for my car. She called her Roxy. I'm like, Roxy is a black name. Okay, Roxanne. Okay, boom, Roxy. I said, okay, cool, boom. And then I said, so I came up with Roxy, boom. I came up with the name, came up with the sound. Now how I'm gonna promote it? A black Mr. and Mrs. Smith, or so like, yeah, black Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then you feel me, doing it like that and everything. And I started putting it all together, and then everything just started coming together. And they said, and then I came up with like how I want the cover art to be. And the guy that made it, he makes Lil Durk, G Herbo, Dreezy, he makes all their cover art.
Nice.
I asked him personally to make it because I knew he was going to do exactly what I did, envision in my head, and make it look like a movie, because that's why I'm real big. I want every single tape to feel like a movie when you listen to it, because I'm very theatrical, like I told you earlier. So that's when all that came about, and then I just said, okay, write the song, and it's easy for me to do. It's easy for me to do them beats, and it's easy for me to do them beats. It's hard to find them beats, so that's why I'm happy that I got a team full of managers that can do them beats. Thanks. Because they look at it like, man, like we had a beat session one day. They like, man, bro, we gonna have to get back to you in a couple of days, because man, you got a style like this is new. We gotta figure this out. And so I started incorporating everything around me and started mashing it together and just make sure like everything works. Like it's a whole bunch of legs on the caterpillar that's walking together now.
Nice.
So that's what Reck Roxy came about. It's like, man, it's like y'all going. And another reason why I made Reck Roxy, that's what I was getting to. I feel like people should start appreciating their relationships more. Something I never really did in high school.
Hello.
Growing up. So that's really what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to.
Hello.
Basically, I'm basically manifesting what I want in my life. I want a marriage, a good wife. You feel me? I'm basically manifesting my lyrics in so many ways. So that's where
Hallelujah.
Reck Mcgee came from.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at that. And you know what? Y'all niggas could learn something. No, let me shut up. But no, I love that. I love the whole concept. I think that's deep. And it just shows the love that we need amongst each other anyway. Even outside of
Yeah,
the intimate standards, we as Black people, we definitely have to love each other more, especially men and women. So I just love that you took that concept and now it can mean so many things. You know, I didn't know the backstory. Now that I know, I'm just like that could mean so much in terms of a man and a woman. So that's fire. Y'all show
thank
my
you.
man some hearts, man. Show my man some hearts. Definitely want to shout out Rome J from the Tribe, Chicago. He commented, he said, the way he just explored that makes a lot of sense. So he was talking about you, Black people in rock and roll and how we created the genres and stuff. So shout out to the Tribe, shout out to Rome J. Yeah, y'all, he
Yeah,
dropping
shout out to the
knowledge.
Tribe. Kyle Post been
Yeah.
going through open mics, man. Y'all need to come back, man. You need to come
Y'all
back with
hear
open
that?
mics, man. Cause I was
You hear that,
I was
Rome?
finna come to one. They say, "Nah, we done with." I'm like, man, I was like, I'm just gonna go, and I was gonna go there and do that song that we just played at the Tribe just to test it out.
Oh, see, Rome, you better holla at your people.
Come
Holla at
back,
your
man.
people.
Come back. Cause
Holla
I
at your
love open
people.
mics. I love open mics. Like
Bring them
I
back.
love open mics. That's why I look at Wale. Wale is like really like one of my favorite sleeper rappers because like man, like if you really pay attention to his poetry and how he say stuff, I mean, man, Wale, like it's Wale. Like how can y'all not like this man? Like he supposed to have like 7 Grammys to me now. So
X. And I don't know why Wale get a lot of flack. Like nobody was really listening to none of his new shit he been putting out, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
because how hip hop is nowadays. Like that's why I
Mm,
made my sound the way I did. You see how I can get everybody attention? As long as
mm.
that beat is 100% the best they ever heard, the lyrics will come the lyrics be the last thing they hear.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I
It's
came with
fucked
my
up.
sound
It's
and everything.
fucked up. Now, in terms of your sound, I love the way you described that, like the rock and drill type of scenario. So, do you feel like right now in music, everybody's more so focused on just the viral aspect? Nobody really wants to create their own sound anymore?
Yeah, I really believe that a lot.
Fact.
A lot of people just go off what's gonna be viral, what can get them clout, what can make them money and everything. I feel like they look at music as a joke. And I never looked at music as a joke. I looked at music
Mm,
as like the standpoint, the mecca of changing the game. Like, cause music can change so much, change so many lives. It's so impactful. Like, prime example, Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke. Like, a lot of songs make so
definitely.
much. So many songs make impactful towards the movement. So it's like the words you saying can mean so much. Like a lot of people saying, like, man, a lot of people don't like Chief Keef. Why? Because when he put out all his new stuff and all the stuff that he made, he changed the world.
Mm.
A lot now. Look at all the rap. What you got? Everybody want to be at least some bit of Chicago. Either you want to be a
Yeah.
trapper or a drill rapper. So music is like it changes lives, man. It's like I think a lot of people don't
Facts.
understand. Like you could change minds with your words. Even Tupac Mama said this to him so many times, and Tupac said it to us. It's all about what you saying that can change people's mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like yeah, a lot of people just go off being viral and everything, and they just like, all right, let me just make this song and everything. This beat raw as hell. All right, what you want to say? All right, fuck this bitch. Go kill that nigga. Don't got no
Yeah.
friends. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm like, and then people look at him like, man, no, you just a hater. You just a hater. I said, no, I'm just very like in tune with my music. Like I really like
Facts.
taking my music very serious.
Facts.
So it's like, no, I just like some people I like, some people I don't. Some people
Yeah.
got their own style that I like, some people don't got a style that I don't like. I said, but that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta accept my opinion, but you feel me? But I'm gonna respect your opinion, just respect mine. So I feel like music just goes
Absolutely.
off straight like the social media. Music is like straight
Absolutely.
based off of social media. It's like they want to be viral, they want to be clout, they just do it for the money, but don't even know what comes behind it.
Now, how do you feel about the whole industry plant scenario? Do you feel like that's also another problem, like with the music industry?
Yeah, yeah, a very big problem. Because I feel like people behind the scenes create the person just to make money because they
Yeah.
don't have any other money to make or they don't have any endorsements. So, okay, let's put somebody out there. They'll be a public figure that everybody will like, and let's make money off of them.
Right.
And then like they're puppet. Like okay, we just made a puppet. So go do what I say. Go do what I say. All right, y'all still paying me for my show? Cool.
Right.
So I feel like that's like that is another big downfall.
Mm. And I feel like, yeah, as you as an artist finding your own lane, I mean, that's really to me the only way you can combat that is if you don't try to conform because it's everywhere. It's really hard for a lot of independent artists to break into the scene right now. They just had the animated artist that had a damn record deal, and that was somebody obviously white behind him pretending to be, taken from the black attributes. But I just always wonder for artists, like, how do you deal with just seeing those different types of things? Does that ever make you feel like you don't want to do music anymore?
No, they ain't gonna never stop me. I'm going to make it. Like I'm going to make it. Like anything's possible. It's like, and the one thing about me, I like when people say I can't do something. I love it. That's like drives me. You suck. You this and you that. Okay, cool. That's why I always say, like, when people say I suck at music or I can't rap, what do you mean by that?
Right.
Do you mean that I can't make a song that you like? Or you saying I don't got the bars to match with the person that you're used to? Because in reality, I tell people this all the time. I'm not gonna argue with nobody that don't do music, that don't know about music, the business or the history. Like you're
Facts.
irrelevant to me. You're an irrelevant ass dude. And on top of that, if somebody that does rap say that they can rap better than me, I literally have enough balls to look them straight in their face. Let's have a rap battle. Put money on it. And let everybody watch it. Not just your fucking friends. Everybody. I want you to prove yourself that you can rap better than me with them weak ass Dr. Seuss ass bars. I said, because I watch rap battles on a regular. I write 16 every single day. So if you think you can rap better than me, prove it. Prove it. So that's exactly how I look at it. Like, I love competition. That's why I'm real big on. That's what got me into college. I hate when people think they can do something better than me. Like, what? Okay, come on. Like when I was in track, I think that's how I won state that my senior year. My brother kept saying, "Oh yeah, but I got better time, I got fast time." We never went head to head to each other. No, we did twice, and I beat him. And then he said, "Oh yeah," he said, "Bro, you ain't." He said, "Bro, I still got better time than you. I still got better time than you." What happened at state?
Look, you bringing up old shit now. Look, hold on now.
I don't like. I just don't like. They even know that. It's like they say you always gotta try to prove your point. It's not me trying to prove my point. It's just don't say I can't do something. That's one thing that's not in my vocabulary. Because I would do it. If you say I can't play soccer, I'm gonna learn how to play soccer and bust your ass. If you say I can't play my Call of Duty, I'm gonna learn it very well and bust your ass. That's why a lot of my friends from the hood hated playing me in 2K that one year. Y'all kept saying y'all could beat me, right? Smoked all y'all ass. So it's like,
oh my God, I feel a lot of repossessed feelings coming up right now.
I just like it. It drives me. Come on, what you say? You can beat me, nigga. You can beat me. Come on, let's go. I can be. I ain't never said I can't be beat, but at the same time, I'm not gonna allow you to do that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So, I feel that for sure. I feel that. Definitely feel that. So what is like one major thing then you would want, to accomplish with your music? Do you want people to, feel connected to it? You want to change the world? Like what's something you really want to do with your music?
I do want people to be connected. I do want to change the world. But honestly, my goal is to be the best artist ever. Like, I know it's gonna be kind of hard trying to reach a Michael Jackson status, a Elvis Presley status. You feel me? Or Elton John, Madonna. I know it's gonna be hard, but it's like I'm willing to put in that work to do it. Like I know a lot of people that did it in a short period of time. Like can even be closer to a short period of time. So it's like I know I can do it. It's like I just need to write people around me, and I know it's gonna take a minute for me to finish one thing, to do another thing. But I think I just want to be the greatest artist alive. I want to dethrone all of them. Like, man, I'm coming for your spot. Like how LeBron was doing his life. Like even though he didn't even try. Like I'm not even trying, but I know I can do it. I know I can. So it's like me being the greatest artist ever in all genres and all aspects. You feel me? I want to at least win. I want to win an Oscar for my song one day. I want to win an Emmy for my song one day. Like that's my goal because I said in the future I want to do acting. Like I always want to do. I'm all acting. I always been great at acting. Like I was a natural actor, and I never knew that. until I played Martin Luther King in
Nice.
5th grade. But I want to make sure like people remember like, man, he is the greatest artist ever to touch the mic or ever to record. I know it's gonna take a while. I know it's gonna take a lot of hard work, but I'm willing to put in that work.
Okay, you can't be mad at that, y'all. You can't be mad at that. Make sure y'all show my man some love, y'all. Okay, shout out to everybody that's tuned in tonight, that's sharing, that commented as well. You definitely getting a lot of love from people. They loving,
I can't
everything
even
that you're
see
talking
it.
about is terms of you as a person. Yeah, it's comments. It's comments that are posted that I try to post throughout the interview, but people are definitely rocking with what you're saying, and I'm rocking with it too, Reck. I'm loving the honesty and just the determination that you have, in your music career. I think that's super dope. That's super dope. Now, I want to switch gears real quick. So I don't know, because hold on. Now I seen there was a little food link that was on your page, owner of, you know what I'm saying?
The
You know what I'm
New Look
saying?
restaurant. The New Look restaurant.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to it real quick now. What's up? Where the restaurant at? What's up?
Okay, so the New Look restaurant, located on 2544 East 83rd Street, on 83rd and Colfax over East. It was made in honor of my cousin Heidi Pendleton. We opened it January 29, 2015, on her 2-year death anniversary. And ever since then, we just been rolling. It's a soul food joint, bar and grill. And a lot of people like coming there because that's one of the spots you can just go to afterwards and just chill and just drink. If you want to eat, drink, or chill. And they just actually fully gave me full control of the restaurant and everything, the ownership.
Wow.
This past June, like right after Heidi's birthday. So they really just gave it to me fully and everything, and I ended up doing the grand reopening August. I think that was 6. Yeah, I ended up doing the grand reopening. Oh, first, it was one of them. It was the first week in August. I gotta look at the calendar again. My day's been a blur. So, but it's a soul food joint, and we got whatever you need soul food wise. We got, in my opinion, we got the best soul food spot in the city. You feel me? That's just my
Okay,
opinion.
now see, everybody say that. Now hold on now. What's the best dish? What's the number one dish you gonna recommend for us?
That's a good question.
Because I might have to pull up. I need to know. I need to say Rex said this was the best dish on the menu. This is what I want.
Well, my opinion, my favorite, because my uncle's the chef. My uncle's the chef.
Okay.
And I always love this cooking. Everybody else do. So everybody that came to Grand Reopen can say, like, man, yeah, they got some great food. They got great drinks. I say the Soul Tower is basically our own personal meal, which where you got it's a tower of all the foods. You got the cornbread at the bottom, got the greens, yams, meatloaf. You feel me? Then you're stacking it. So it's like a stacked tower. And I feel the best is my favorite side dish is the yams. I think the yams and the greens are the best.
Oh, I love greens. Yes.
Oh, you're gonna love them greens. And he makes everything from scratch. He makes everything from scratch. So he doesn't, and we don't serve pork. He don't like serving pork. But I would say the best thing that sells out is our beef short ribs on Sunday.
Okay.
I'll say that's the best dish. Because we have like a special every single day. Like Fridays is salmon croquettes, Thursdays is shrimp and grits, Saturday is smothered pork chops. I think that's the only time he sells pork. And Sunday is the beef short ribs. The reason why I think the beef short ribs are the best is because they sell out literally in like an hour or two. Because that's when everybody from church be coming and everything. Everybody gets the beef short ribs. Everybody gets the beef short ribs. But my favorite on the menu is the fried catfish. I like catfish. Like I like fish.
I love catfish too. I was hoping you was gonna throw that in there, and I was I was hurt you didn't bring that up right away. But I'm getting catfish. That's what I want.
Just let me know if you want blackened, seared, or fried.
I need fried. I need fried and blackened because I need to test out the different marinades. You know what I'm saying? I need but that's dope.
Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot of good stuff though. We got a lot of good stuff.
Y'all, can we give it up? Can we give it up for the soul food? Can we get up for the Black owned soul food? Okay. My man said he got businesses, he got options for y'all. He got variety. Okay.
Oh, for sure. And I bet nobody finishes that meal enough. Nobody finishes it. Nobody.
You gotta take it.
You really gotta be like, really hungry to finish that food because our food is so like we give you such a big portion for just a nice, simple, reasonable price. You'll be like, man, I can't eat all this.
Oh, we pulling up.
Like, cause the entrees you get, if you get a full entree, like I say, tilapia, catfish, chicken, ribeye steak, meatloaf, you get 2 sides, one and cornbread. The sandwiches come with 1 side. So it all depends on what you want and everything. Just when you walk in and everything. Then you got the specials that come with 2 sides and piece of cornbread and everything. And just the portions be so big, they be like, man, this for this price. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to pull up. We definitely gonna have to pull up. Tell me one more time the address. Tell me one more time where you located so we can come slide.
2544 East 83rd Street in Chicago, Illinois. And I'm so ignorant. Illinois. In Chicago, Illinois. We open from Wednesdays to Sundays, close on Mondays and Tuesdays. And man, make sure y'all slide through, just get some good food, man. Tell them that Reck Mcgee sent you guys and everything. Also, Libra Bash next month. I don't want to miss it. So it's definitely gonna be at that spot and everything. It's definitely gonna be at that spot next month.
What? I'm pulling up, y'all. He said catfish. Y'all know how I feel about that. Y'all know
if
how
you can finish that meal, I got you. You ain't got to pay for it.
I might could. I need to roll me up a few. I might could. No, but I think that's super dope. I love that you also are involved, in the restaurant world as well, and you providing good food. You know what I'm saying? I think that's super dope. That just makes your brand even more lit, for sure. So I've been, diving in on you, really getting to know you personally, and I appreciate you, just being honest with me on Pillow Talk Podcast. So we're getting into fall. Fall's coming up. Do you have? I know you said Libra Bash, but is there any other shows or major things coming up in the fall season for you?
I got a lot. Because a lot of people are like, man, Reck, what you got going on, man? You only released 1 song before I did To Death Do Us Party. Like, man, you only got 1 song out. Like, man, like, what's going on? A lot of people thought I was quitting. Nah, I was just planning. So, right now, what's coming up, of course, interview with you. And then the next interview I'm going to have is with Gotti, Young Gotti, Gotti's World, which, man, that's big, bro. And I've been dying to go on that show. I just have to make sure I get everything together. And that's going to be like the big one. It's going to be like I'm on the Breakfast Club just going on that because we got a plan of what we're going to do. I just dropped Off the Top with Chicago to one of my sample songs to Zapp and Rogers. Y'all go ahead check that out. They got me a lot of buzz and everything. Like that sample Reck. Sample Reck ain't coming out for another couple of years. So y'all getting registered now to the end. So yeah, got that video come up with me and them got actually another video we finna do Tuesday, which I think y'all really, really, really is gonna like, whoa. It's like y'all gonna laugh, but y'all gonna be like, whoa, where did he come up with this idea? And I think it's the right time to do it before somebody steal my ideas, because when I did AGV, I seen like 6 other people doing it. I'm like, man, why every time I do an idea, somebody else doing it?
Hey, it's all about how you do it. It's all about how you do it.
So basically, yeah, me and them got another video coming up. I just did another video to Reck and Roxy, a song called Hunting, which is dropping. I don't know when that video gonna drop. Probably drop it in like November, December, probably. I got a Christmas song with my boy Brian J coming out. I got a Juke song coming out. My boy G Mister coming out.
Hey.
Reck and Roxy dropping next month, of course. Reck and Roxy is dropping next month. And that is gonna be the big thing about it. And yes, the Libra Bash dropping that in the Libra Bash, all black Libra Bash, man. You feel me? First 20 Libras, they come in, everything, free shot on me, free tacos. Gonna have a nice little taco bar, first come, first serve. So if you run out, y'all gonna have to buy something behind that counter.
Okay.
So when we run out. What else is coming up? I got a song with my girl Legacy. You feel me? Like a sister me. You feel me? Got a song with my girl Legacy. She's a singer, amazing singer. Finna do another song. Got another feature coming out with my boy Kilo. Kilo the Dreamer, got another one coming out. 100. Me and him got so many songs that we finna do.
Shout out to Juan. That's my boy.
We make sure we do it for the West Side. We make sure we do it for the West Side. Man. That's my boy. Got songs with 100. Got some songs with Lyric.
Shout out to Lyric.
So I got a lot of stuff dropping, actually. A lot of things dropping. Like, I ain't really been looking at shows lately because I'm not going to pay to perform at a show that's not going to benefit me.
To perform.
Yeah, I go support, but I ain't finna pay $100 for a 5-minute set. They see nothing. It ain't taking me nowhere. That's not valid. I feel like that's just a rip off. You just making your money off me, and you know this connection. You ain't helping me connect with this person or be in this person's face or knowing this person. So I got a lot of stuff coming out right now. I got a lot of stuff that's gonna happen. So it's like I'm really very excited for it. But the main thing I just like I said before, make sure y'all all show up to the All Black Libra Bash, man. You feel me? All Black Libra Bash, free tacos. I know everybody loves tacos, or you can get some nachos. It don't even matter. You feel me? So
absolutely, I love tacos.
So basically, that's basically what I can. Yeah, that's basically what I can really say that's coming up so far. So far, the rest y'all gonna have to just sit back and watch because Reck is always the guy that likes to surprise.
Facts. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm definitely rocking with that. Y'all, I have to give it up one more time again for Chicago artist Reck Mcgee coming through Pillow Talk Podcast. Definitely keeping it 100 with me, which I appreciate so much. Now, I do have your IG scrolling on the bottom of the screen, but of course, if there's anywhere else you want us to tap in with you, let us know.
Yeah, just follow me on everything, TikTok, because I do be making some funny TikTok videos. I'll be bored. Like that's why I'm good at skits. But now make sure y'all follow me at everything. Reck Mcgee, ReckMcgee on Twitter. Reck Mcgee 62. 62 is June 2nd for Hydea Pendleton's birthday. You feel me? Make sure y'all man. Also make sure y'all follow. I cannot remember that on our Instagram for Hydea's Promise. Make sure y'all look more into Hydea's Promise. It is for basically we created that organization to help prevent gun violence, especially for kids. A lot of senseless killers and everything. So make sure y'all look deeper to that. Always make sure y'all wear orange and everything. And yeah, pretty much that's it, man. Just happy I came on the show, man. Like just release that stream and everything.
Of course. I'm happy to have you. You brought the vibes for sure. And next time I'm gonna have to have you come to the room so we can do trivia. We can chop it up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come to the room. You gotta pull up on me. Pull up on
I'm gonna call off work that day. This was just last minute. I want to go on that show. I gotta hit her up.
No, I feel you. No, I appreciate you. I love your artistry. I love your brand. I'm loving the rock drill and just you being your own artist and your own person. I think that's really dope for sure.
I really appreciate that, man.
Yes,
like, cool. I'm just trying my best right about now.
Absolutely.
Doing all I can.
Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Reck Mcgee. He got his IG scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Okay, y'all can search him, Apple Music, everything. His stuff is everywhere. So make sure you guys show him some love, okay?
Look out for that Reck and Roxy, y'all.
And look out for that because that's going to be dropping as well. Definitely make sure that y'all look out for that. As always, sending love and light to all y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to Pillow Talk Podcast, streaming on all major platforms. Have a great night.